Welcome back to another episode of the Youth Academy RTG. We are post-January transfer window in the run-in for the last season in this save, looking to win everything we possibly can. We are top of the Premier League by 7 points, and with a game in hand as Liverpool have lost on match day 24, we could extend it to 10. We also will be continuing on in the Champions League today with the first leg against Borussia Dortmund, and then at some point, we expect the next round of the FA Cup to be drawn this month as well, having gotten through against Portsmouth in the last round. We're in, well, rather spectacular form, really, apart from that defeat to Arsenal. It's wins everywhere. One defeat to Arsenal, one draw to Dinamo. Other than that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 wins in our last 17 games. That seems like quadruple form to me. The first game against Burnley we're going to sim because they are bottom of the league on 11 points and they're absolutely shite. One thing I did want to show you though was an update on the objectives for the fan objectives for this final season so far. So we need a hat-trick in an FA Cup game. That will complete the one from Glenn top left. With regards the 20 players getting 10 plus appearances, 16 so far have done so. We've scored 51 goals in the Premier League to this point. We top all three Premier League charts. Understandably, Salahovic is top of the Premier League goal scoring chart. Edwards is top of the assist chart and Richardson is top of the clean sheet. I'll show you those in a moment. And so far, 26 goals scored in just 23 games for Salahovic, going for Erling Haaland's record. He's still going strong. 26 in 23. The nearest rivals are Wahi and Nonto with 15 apiece. Nearest rival to Edwards is actually his teammate Fleming. He's got more assists times 2 than anyone else at any other club. Edwards with 16 in 23. Fleming on 9. And then, to be fair, Salahovic has 6 as well. Clean sheet wise, Richardson leading that one too and justifying why we decided to keep him in the starting spot despite signing Coran. So, Burnley to begin with. We've got 62 points. They've got 11. If we don't win this simulation, then I give up on winning all 4 trophies. This should be the easiest game we've had all season, even having played Portsmouth in the FA Cup. As ever, do drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. And hopefully we can continue to put ball in the back of the net like that. In fact, we played Burnley in the Carabao Cup early this season and whacked them by 7. It looks like we might be doing something similar in the FA Cup. No, in the Premier League this time around. We're in again. He's offside. Play through. Edwards! 2-0. Sorry, Burnley. You're staying bottom of the table. You just aren't good enough. There you go. Leao da Silva makes it 3 at last. Bar hit, corner, 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 save, save, save. 3rd goal. Thank you very much. Final whistle sounds. 3 goals, 3 points, 10 the gap in the Premier League. At this stage, I don't think we'll be throwing that away, thank you very much. We're nearly 20 points clear of Chelsea in 3rd. This has been the best Premier League season I've maybe ever had, with 21 wins in 24 games. I think it genuinely could be the best Premier League season of any save in my, 10 plus years of making content. So, it's going well so far. The next round of the FA Cup has been drawn. It's Chelsea away. Okay, that makes the next month a little bit more difficult. The Carabao Cup final has been moved from the 3rd of March to the 2nd as a result. Okay, right. Well, Wolves and Dortmund and Fulham then to play in today's episode. Wolves' team lining up at Molineux then. Jose Sarr in goal for them here still in Season 8. Cambiasso, Valfast, Luca Hernandez and Owen Wijndal. Artur, Kamara and Shaparenko with Nico Gonzalez and Noah Lang still flanking Dragovic up top through the middle for them. Not much to call on off the bench, if we're honest. They're kind of an 11 and not much else. We certainly have better depth. So, should things not be going our way at any point, we have a better chance of turning things back towards our favour than Wolves do in a similar scenario. Lenny Stevens with a nice interception. We'll get this out to Leao da Silva. Couple of good goals recently. Leao da Silva, most notably in the Carabao Cup, to help send us to the final of that competition. Navarrete pulled this back, and Fleming was going to volley that as hard as he possibly could. Hopefully Leao is quite quick. He's able to get back to that as well, and it's still going to open up for us here. It might still open up even for Fleming. Good save by Jose Sarr. He must be in his late 30s now, surely. Closing in on 40, Jose Sarr. Oh, it's going to bobble free. It does land in his favour. Need to improve. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Come on, Ches. Yeah, come on, chat. Play better. How dare you? Edwards around the corner to Leao da Silva. We might be able to get the goal to go 1-0 up here in a moment. Fleming. There you go. Surely. Oh, come on. Back post. Fleming's up. Oh, cleared away by Wolves. Thank you. And one through ball. And Wolves have completely... Oh, undone themselves. Salahovic with the shot power too strong for Jose Sarr. He did get a hand to that. But maybe at 37, his wrists aren't as strong as they used to be in his younger years. Because he couldn't keep that out. It was a very, very, very powerful hit, however. Maybe most goalkeepers wouldn't have kept it out. Just lashed it towards goal. And he, to be fair, maybe he got his technique wrong because he hit the side of his hand rather than a flush palm. If he did get a flush palm to it, maybe he would have kept it out. Brilliant goal. Well, we'll go, because he's got the good shot power, we'll go for Leao da Silva, who did actually score a very good free kick for us earlier in the season as well. Just under 3 bars of power. I might have said it too far outside the left-hand post. I did, because he's now struck that left-hand post. Is that a free kick for handball? It is, but it's in their favour. 1-0 up. Nearly 2. Wijndal down the line. Oh, brilliant ball. And Dragovic with support. And Richardson with a save. And still it falls to Dragovic. A triple save for Ruben Richardson, who's basically wearing the same kit as Wolves as it happens. Unbelievable. He's one of the best goalkeepers of that rating that we've ever had. It's been such a bizarre save, hasn't it? It took us ages to really find a team that really clicked. But once it did click, wow, we've had some impressive players at this club. Very, very much so. Ruben Richardson at 83 plays like a 93. Salahovic is arguably the best goal scorer we've had in any save. Certainly in recent memory. And this team are having arguably the best Premier League season that we've ever had in any save. With 21 wins, now 22 wins in 25 games. Oh, Noah Lang has withstood that pressure very well. Shaparenko, don't let him get it back in. Oh, Jesus, Noah Lang. Bit of a player, it seems. Good block. Oh! He tried. He absolutely tried his hardest there, Nico Gonzalez. And effectively just did a jumping jack in the middle of the pitch. Didn't quite manage to make connection with the football. It was worth a go, though. His gymnastic skills are off the charts. Unfortunately, when it comes to actually using a football, maybe on this occasion, not quite so good. Same for Jose Sarr. He tried to do a Cruyff turn and missed the football. That could have been particularly embarrassing for the Portuguese. Wolves are still in it. Well, it's just the one as well. Fleming up for that. Gonzalez with wonderful footwork this time. I think that might be a different Gonzalez, actually, in defence for them rather than attack. Da Silva. He's onside here. Salahovic. Well, that finish is rubbish. Wijndal just out-muscling. Nicely done. Well, there you go. The last played game was a 4-2 win against Arsenal. And then a penalty shootout after a 6-6 draw in the Carabao Cup. This time just a simple 1-0. Although the woodwork was hit. 3 points nonetheless. But it means that our 100 goal attempt takes a bit of a hit. Never mind. We don't mind at all. Salahovic with the goal. So he keeps his tally ticking over at least. And we stay 10 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. And now it's time to take on the Champions League once more. Knockouts this time. First time, actually, we've been to the knockouts of the Champions League, I believe. I think we got grouped last year, did we not? I might be mistaken, but I think we did. Borussia Dortmund bring with them Gregor Kobel in goal. Tyrick Mitchell at left-back with Ibanez as his centre-back inside. Vitale then with Rico Lewis on the right-hand side. So an English feel to their defence, certainly. Traore, Erdegaard, Guendouzi, Fagioli and Molina behind Raspadori. So an Italian flavour in there as well. Dortmund, of course, grouped us last year in the Champions League along with AC Milan. So we'd very much like some payback if we can. They knocked us out of this competition. Now we want to return the favour. You have it. And then you go. Oh, he's in! Go on, Tommy! I don't know who Vitali is at centre-back, but he can't deal with Tommy Edwards. We're a goal to the good in the Champions League after 6 minutes. And it's Captain Fantastic once more. Romero with a free kick. Ben Jack is there. Well, I was going to say short, but it was still a fairly lengthy pass. Oh, it's a lovely ball out to Romero. How's your cross? Not bad, but not spectacular. That's a great header. And Fleming's touch. Oh, you're kidding me. Bar, post, on the line, and out. No second goal. The touch from Fleming sent the defender all the way to the shops. But unfortunately, he couldn't finish it. He got to the tills, and his card didn't work. Rico Lewis in behind on the right-hand side of our defence now. And to bring the centre-back across to try and deal with it. And here's Fagioli. He's gone for a worldie, but that is going wide. Molina's run. Oh, straight into Romero and then caught him from behind. It's just the yellow. That could have gotten very awkward indeed for Dortmund then. We do have a tendency, a preference of simming the first leg in the Champions League knockouts. But there was quite highly thumbed up request in the last episode, or last couple of episodes, to actually play both legs in the Champions League. So we will look to sim more Premier League games, especially with a 10-point gap at the top of the table, I guess, and prioritise more Champions League football moving forward for the rest of the season. Mitchell tucks that back, but Patrick Guy does well, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and it can be kind of Champions League and FA Cup focused for the remainder of the season. Helps when Leao da Silva's really quick, doesn't it? That's why I tend not to lean towards players that are absolutely rapid, because otherwise you score a lot of goals like that. Oh, good save by Kuba from Francisco's header. Patrick Guy trying to do what he did to West Ham, but he's missed by a couple of feet. Free kick for Dortmund. Erdogan with a great ball. It's absolutely superb. All it needed was a touch, and it might well have found its way past the keeper. Martin. Navarrete's on the run. It wasn't a great ball into his feet, but he's gone again, Ethan Martin. And maybe his next ball will be better. I've got Nacho in the middle. His next ball isn't better. He's got a really decent passing and crossing stat, so I'm surprised that the balls have been as poor as they were there from Ethan Martin. We brought him back to be the quality in depth we wanted to make the difference in a game. He's not done it there. We could definitely have sealed the game at 2-0 if his cross was even remotely close to Nacho in the middle. Guendouzi's gotten away from it. It's good acceleration. He grows really well in Carimo, doesn't he, Matteo Guendouzi? He has done for a couple of years now. Nacho just onside, and this is where the fresh legs come in handy. He's away from Rico Lewis, and that is 2-0. And he does still have the capability to write his name in the stars, Nacho Salinas. In the Champions League stars. We're going to win by 2-0 in the leg one against Dortmund. I don't think we score a third here. Although maybe. That's a lovely turn by Salah. And they are really tired. I've just noticed they're fatigued, Dortmund. If you look at the bottom left, they're very, very, very tired. If that had been a better ball, 3 might have been fantastic for us in this first leg. We don't deserve a 3-0 lead. We barely even deserve the 2-0 lead. But we will absolutely take it and head into the second leg in the next episode. Ajax 3, Real Madrid 2. We've seen the Dutch beating the Spaniards before. That was a hell of a run, wasn't it, in the Champions League by Ajax that season. And only a just remarkable comeback by Tottenham ensured that they didn't reach the final. The winning run continues, and the clean sheets are coming in thick and fast now as well today. We might not be scoring many, but at least still we're not conceding any, so narrow margins of victory are still enough. 13 points the gap at the top of the table now. Liverpool have really fallen off the wagon. I think they might have lost 3 games in a row now. Ludwig Schmidt still in goal and growing for Fulham. Dano, Mingueza, Viagra and Guindo. Lloris and Ruben Neves wearing the captain's armband. Hader, Omur, Gabriel Silva and Elias Ben Seguir. Which, by the way, I wasn't familiar with in yesterday's episode, where I mentioned that I thought maybe he was someone from a Brazilian or non-licensed league in FIFA. Turns out he's a youngster for Marseille who's out on loan, IRL. I can't remember where. Somewhere in Ligue 2, though. But he is a real-life player. So, Ben Seguir, an IRL player, not a created player by the game, as I previously thought. And I apologise for presuming as much. Hopefully we can get 3 points here against Fulham. Jesus, he climbed all over the back of the defender there. Oh, my God. You're not sending him off for that. I don't care whether it's only been 3 minutes. Murder is not allowed. Although... Oh, God! Yeah, Salahovic has just murdered that chance. And somehow, Mr. Ben Seguir is only getting a yellow card for that. That was disgusting. Are we going to see a replay of it? We are. That's a red! His foot has gone through him at the knee. That's disgusting by Ben Seguir. It is a different Ben Seguir. Elias Ben Seguir is a youngster from Monaco who has 86 potential. The Ben Seguir that I found was Salim Ben Seguir, who's the guy that's on loan at Valenciennes from Marseille. So when I looked for Ben Seguir, I didn't know his first name when we were looking at him yesterday, and I was looking at the wrong Ben Seguir when I tried to find out what his rating is. So he is a youngster at Monaco, not the youngster from Marseille. So I got it wrong twice. I'm sure you've had a field day in the comments of both this episode and the last one, being like, Ches, what are you on about? You're wrong and you're wrong again. Shut up. Sorry. It happens from time to time, but at least we've corrected ourselves. Oh, Christ, that was supposed to go out here. Why are we playing so badly today? We're playing badly, we're still winning games, but we really are playing badly at the minute. Not as bad as Liverpool, mind. Trying to challenge for a Premier League title and then losing 3 games in a row in the run-in is not particularly the way to go about winning said title, is it? The gap is probably one of the biggest we've ever had at the top of the Premier League now, with a 13-point deficit. But let's be honest, we don't normally go on this sort of run of form and have this many wins compared to only like 2 draws and 1 defeat so far this year in any given year. To Silva, to Navarrete. Oh, great ball. Salahovic! Would you expect anything less than that level of quality from the big Bosnian? Delivery sensational. The header was actually very well challenged for by a defender. But as the away fans go absolutely berserk with their arms, Salahovic went mental with his head. That's a brilliant header, under pressure as well. To come out with that sort of finish just shows exactly how good he is. Bosh. Almost like come off the back of his head as well. Like Chicharito-esque. 1-0. 28 goals in 26 games. Our hero. That's not gone well. Ben Seguir's just stolen it off me there. And punished. See, if he'd got sent off after 3 minutes, he would have been able to take possession off me there. But caught in it with Navarrete. And then Richardson's just really unlucky. No clean sheet in the final game of the day. That streak is over. Nice. Good hold up play. Bring other teammates into the move. Navarrete. De Silva. Edwards is looking to get in behind and has done so. Tuck it back. Oh, Fleming. Great touch. Finish ain't bad either, is it? Drilled hard and low. Bottom corner. 2-1 to ourselves. We want that winning streak to continue, even if the clean sheet streak doesn't. Edwards short through the gap. Guy Salahovic wants to go. Oh, that is naughty from Salahovic. Teasing the keeper out to then just lift it over him. Delightful from the big man. He might be tall, but he's got fantastic feet. And that... Oh, what a finish. What a finish indeed. Sorry, Senor Schmidt. Herr Schmidt. 3-1. We will get our win. Challenge. Oh. Well, their defence wasn't ready for giving away the ball. Were they? Salihovic has 30 for the season. It's taken a while to get going today, but when we hit top gear, we very much hit top gear. Fantastic strike from Salihovic, and that is 30 in 27 games, I believe, now, for the big man. Oh, I actually thought I'd pressed pass there, and he just jinked round it. It was unbelievable from Leao da Silva. He's been wonderful for us. He made the impression, of course, with the goal he scored against us for Newcastle. But to have come in and been as good as he has been, Leao da Silva, has been really refreshing. He's definitely been an upgrade on Salah on that right-hand side of the midfield, hasn't he? 3 minutes added on here for Fulham. They might get themselves a consolation, or second consolation goal. Almura's had a lot of chances, actually, for them in this game. And that's going in, I think. No, it's over the bar from Ruben Neves. Expect better from him from distance. Saw on my timeline the other day that goal he scored when Wolves were in the Championship against Derby, I think it was, where he just kind of took that touch that took him back and then volleyed it, looping it over the top. Was one of the most impressive goals you've seen in real life, and Salihovic has been scoring some very impressive goals in virtual life as well. Another hat-trick for Faris Salihovic. Still need one in the FA Cup, though. Still need one in the FA Cup. It's 3 hat-tricks in the Premier League for him. 1 in the Champions League, 1 in the Carabao. But we still need a hat-trick in the FA Cup. It doesn't necessarily have to be him that gets it. We just need one to do it. But the first game of the next episode will be the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. We won't have a one-off special for it. We'll play Newcastle, we'll play Chelsea in the Cup, we'll play City in the league. Actually, no, we'll sim City and play Dortmund. Why not? We're concentrating on Cup football now moving forward, aren't we? So, let's do that then. But do join me tomorrow for the Carabao Cup final. We might well be lifting our second piece of silverware in this save. And it might well be the first of many this season. Certainly in the Premier League, we look very, very, very strong. If Liverpool lost again, you imagine not. They actually have. Liverpool's form is absolute dirt. With 16 points clear at the top of the table, having won 23 of 26. This is an unprecedented season for us in the Premier League so far this year. We've never done anything quite like this. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. And I will see you tomorrow for a cup final. Bye-bye.